I'm Chris Lawrence with your headlines from North Texas. People in Addison are asking questions after a woman's body was found in a home that was just sold at auction. Addison Police say the body was found yesterday at a home on Planters Row. Kevin Reese spoke to neighbors about the discovery and dug into how this could have happened.
Very, very regrettable that I and my neighbors didn't.
What Gary McIntyre finds regrettable is that they didn't check on their next-door neighbor. The homes of Addison Police are a group of townhomes built in 1983, and this corner unit on Planters Row was sold at a Dallas County foreclosure auction on Tuesday. 69-year-old Pauline Williams listed as the owner in default of her bank loan. But police say that when the new owner who bought the house at auction went to the house for the first time on Wednesday, that they found the mailbox full, the side yard overgrown with weeds, and the body of Pauline Williams in the living room just feet from the front door.
I think that was the shocking part of it.
Austin Matthews lives just down the street.
Reminds me to check on my neighbors a little bit more frequently and you know, just at least try to be friendly and also hope that that doesn't happen to you too one day.
What isn't known yet is how long Pauline Williams had been dead here inside her home and how a foreclosure proceeded so quickly without someone physically knocking on this door trying to contact her before the home was sold at auction. WFAA has reached out to county officials for comment. The loan companies involved have yet to respond, and the Dallas County Medical Examiner is trying to determine how and how long ago the woman died. And his neighbors wish they had done more to check on her.
Just regrettable that we are not being good neighbors.
Investigators in Addison are also in search of the woman's next of kin to find out why no one seemed to know she was missing. In Addison, I'm Kevin Reese.
The city of DeSoto is facing some backlash over a controversial plan to address coyotes in the community. The city has brought in federal sharpshooters to take aim at the animals in an area between Wintergreen and Beltline Road. As Brittany Moncrief reports, some residents say there must be a better way.
For 20 years.
DeSoto, DeSoto, DeSoto is my love and joy.
And Amin Kamal wouldn't have it any other way.
I love DeSoto. DeSoto loves me. There's no other place that I'd rather be.
Even when the city's aim feels off.
When I see removal and I know what that means, I'm like, oh, they're going to trinkle in. I'm like, whoa, hold up. That's not what it is. Wow, how could, I mean, it just baffles me.
Stunned by this notice from the city of DeSoto, it says that the city is working with USDA Wildlife Services for coyote removal operations. But the kicker is how.
When they were talking about actually shooting them, yeah, that touched me in a certain type of way.
The city says beginning Wednesday at 2 a.m., USDA will use professional marksmen to shoot at coyotes with guns from inside their vehicles. It's only this highlighted area of DeSoto, which includes Ernie Roberts Park.
We come here often. Yeah.
Where Sophia Rollin and Jenny Bell bring their children to play.
Had known that there was a coyote issue in the area, I would have been more hesitant with letting my kids play here.
Since June, the city says they've documented at least 5 coyote attacks on pets. And while they've noticed increased aggressive behavior, there's no reports of any human attacks.
Are they just removing those who are sick or injured? Or is this just decreasing the coyote population?
While many say awareness is key.
Believe me, if a deranged coyote came up, we would go mama bear and we would take out the coyote.
Some want the city to use other methods first.
You could shoot with them with a tranquilizer and relocate them somewhere else. Once again, this was their habitat first.
A habitat where both humans and coyotes are trying to belong. In DeSoto, I'm Brittany Moncrief.
Well, the phone is ringing off the hook at a restaurant that's only been open in Dallas a little over a month now. Michelin has been awarded its first Michelin star. The French and Italian-inspired restaurant is in Uptown. The Michelin guide specifically mentioned Michelin's Dover sole with brown butter and veal cordon bleu. While it's only been open for a few weeks, the restaurant has been in the works for several years, and we asked the executive chef what he wants customers to feel when they eat his food.
I hope they feel like home. I hope they feel like I hope they feel like they can come here every week. That was the whole idea of this restaurant from the beginning.
Since the announcement, customers booked more than 1,000 reservations on OpenTable alone. But the Michelin Awards only took a shine to one side of I-35. As Matt Howerton reports in Fort Worth, chefs who pour their hearts into every plate are still waiting for their moment.
Michelin inspectors have lauded Rogelio Cortez,
same as 2020,
and his mouth-watering birria 2 years in a row.
You look at the place, it's not a Michelin, it's not something you'll see on a Michelin.
And before you walk into his kitchen off Rosedale, you can see Cortez is proud of that.
I didn't know about Michelin last year. We got recommended last year, but I didn't know about them, so I didn't even go to the ceremony.
Birreria y Taquillera Cortez was once a food truck and is now this, plus Michelin recommended after just 4 years.
Since the first day we opened till this day, we have lines out the door.
But those same inspectors,
I feel like it's always Dallas, 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 and it's never Fort Worth,
have yet to leave a revered star. In fact, no restaurant in Fort Worth or Tarrant County has one yet after the Global Food Guide expanded into Texas last year. Goldie's Barbecue got the closest, awarded a Bib Gourmand an honor just below a star, while Cortez, Panther City Barbecue, and Smoke and Ash Barbecue in Arlington made the recommended map. Austin, San Antonio, Houston, and Dallas all have at least one-star restaurant. Cortez says Fort Worth may be getting a tad overlooked.
I feel like Michelin really missed out on a lot of good places here in Fort Worth. There's way more. Yeah. But I really appreciate seeing us.
But star or not, success has come to Cortez by just being associated with the guide. He says he never started all this to be recognized.
It kind of does inspire me to do more now. Something that actually you could say is Michelin starred.
But we'll remind you, the critics who matter most.
I would say we've been busy. We've been blessed. Yeah. We've been blessed since we opened.
Walk to the door every day. In Fort Worth, I'm Matt Howerton.
Spooky stories are everywhere this time of year, but one historic home in McKinney is offering more than just ghost tales. As Sean Giggy explains, it's giving visitors encounters that even skeptics can't explain.
The most notable thing about the Hurd Craig Center for the Arts isn't that one of McKinney's most prominent families once lived here.
All of them died here.
And although Executive Director Karen Zupanik never knew them, she has met them many times.
If it was only one thing, you could write it off as, I'm crazy. But it's more than one thing.
And it's more than one person.
I used to work here.
Linda Bonner remembers a wedding. A bride and groom were taking pictures on this staircase when their photographer asked to take pictures without the little boy.
And they're just looking around. They said, "What little boy?" And he said, "That little boy." No one saw him.
Linda didn't need to see him to know it was Stephen Hurd, who died when he was just 8 and returns regularly. A maintenance worker doing work in the dining room once spotted Stephen.
And he said, the little boy is going in and out of these chairs.
Then, a woman attending a luncheon suddenly and unexplainably backed her chair away from the table.
And when asked why she was moving her chair back, it was because she said a little boy was here and the little boy wanted to sit on her lap.
No one else saw him, but one thing everyone can see is the china cabinet. Quite regularly, dishes inside are noticeably rearranged.
This cup is tipped out.
There's just one problem.
We don't have any way to open these doors, and we haven't.
They don't even have the key.
The doors have never been opened.
It was outside another door, though. Linda stopped in her tracks.
There was this strong smell of both smoke and kind of like old lady perfume.
In her older years, Dale Hurd, little Stephen's sister, was known to be a heavy smoker.
And it was always right here, nowhere else in the house.
And it's not just smells.
We both looked at each other and said, "Did you hear that?"
Down in the basement, there's a door no one uses, a door that, at the time, had 5 locks and an alarm.
We heard the door open and close with no alarm going off, and none of the 5 locks were turned.
When they went downstairs to check, nothing. It's enough to turn these former skeptics into believers, and finally answers the question.
Am I nuts? Am I crazy?
With a resounding, maybe not. In McKinney, I'm Sean Giggy.
I'm still a bit skeptical, but not as much as I was when that story started. And those are your headlines from North Texas.